Hello! Welcome to my channel, you little silly sausages. So, it's the beginning of August and Artfight 2025 is officially done. This was my first year participating and I had so much fun, but I'm going to talk more about my experience in a separate video. Today, I wanted to share my last 10 attacks I've done this year. I've completed this challenge with a total of 20 attacks, so if you are interested in the other 10, I'll link my previous video in the description so you can check that out too. Also, one last thing, I'm linking all the artists' Artfight profiles I'm going to mention in the description as well. I've already yapped way too much, so let's just get into the time lapses. This is Morgan and I drew her as a revenge attack for icepunk. As you'll see throughout the course of these last drawings, I stopped making full body or even half body illustrations of humans or humanoid-like characters because I wanted to have enough time to be able to draw as many illustrations as possible. And in the end, I couldn't even draw all the characters that I had bookmarked, which makes me a little sad, but also excited for next year's Artfight. Next, I drew Butler by Zuzandr. Butler is a demonic dog dressed in a reshaped sack. Once a half-dead, rotting pup, he made a deal with the collector, who ended up giving him a home and started feeding him the souls of thieves and bandits that were trying to steal from him. Despite his looks, Butler is actually a very good boy, although he can still be cruel with those who break the rules of the house. Also, a little nice fun fact, the only maid present in the house ended up sewing a little costume for Butler to help him feel prettier, which is adorable by the way. For my next attack, I chose Willow Widow by Zoopity. I think that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. Not gonna lie, I felt kinda bad for not having the time to fully portray this character as it actually has an intricate design. In fact, one arm is actually supposed to be mechanical / robot-like, at least from what I can tell from the reference that was provided, which I would have loved to draw, to practice, you know. For this attack, I decided to do something a little different, which I didn't even know was possible. So, this artist, called Nightshade Moth 69, had their two dogs as possible characters to choose from on Artfight. They both look way too cute, so I just couldn't pass on the opportunity to draw them. I present to you Zelda and Mifa, the two most adorable huskies I've ever seen. The owner actually provided a very good references of them together, which is good because it prevented me from having to choose which one of these two I would have to draw. Next, I drew a character named the Starful Maiden, whose design and concept belongs to Silly Billy. There isn't a big description of the Starful Maiden, but I loved the way she looked. It almost seems like she came out of a Souls-like game. I am very pleased with the result, and it probably is one of my favorite attacks I've done this year. Now, I am not sure how to pronounce the name of the next character, but you can see it on screen. Its concept and design belongs to Brenilla, who was so amazing and actually did 2 attacks against me, which I'm going to show you at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to know more about these two characters here, I'm going to leave a link to their official page in the description. Next up, I drew Creepy and Toaster Oven, both by Porcupine. These characters also don't have a long description, but I thought they would actually fit in a circus type environment. Again, this was actually done so fast that I actually feel bad. I had a way bigger idea for them both because I just love their design, but unfortunately, I was running out of time. But I'm still glad I was able to draw them. For some reason, I was in a mood to draw 2 characters at a time by this point, so for my next attack, I picked Lurancy by Whiskeypurr and her bestie, Lucidity by reinonmyparade. The initial idea was for one of them to hold a camera as if they were taking a selfie, but I wasn't sure if it would have been a good fit for their world. But the idea of them being in a photo together just stuck with me, and here is the end result. The last day of Artfight was very odd for me. I wasn't planning on making more attacks, but I was so bothered by the number of attacks I did. 18 is simply not a satisfying number to me. I needed to see a 0 somewhere. So, here's where Eggman by Zuite came in clutch. There is not much to say about Eggman, other than the fact that Eggman is love, Eggman is life. And for my last attack, I picked the legendary Wormidon by vermilionbug. The description for this character states, Wormidon can be anything you want him to be. So I gave him a sign with the Artfight logo, cause I demand Wormidon to be the official mascot for Artfight. He shall represent us all and hold our colors high. Which is not very high considering he is tiny. And there you go. These were all the last attacks I've done this year. I hope I managed to portray these characters well. And here are all the attacks I have received. Starting off with an attack from icepunk. I seriously loved the way the wings look. The line work is so clean, and the little birdies around just make everything look cuter. Next up, I've actually got 2 attacks from Brenilla. One of them is this adorable traditional sketch of Zoragon. I always love seeing traditional pieces on my characters. And the other attack is this gorgeous illustration. I am seriously obsessed with this style. The pose and the mood are just perfect. Thank you so much for these. Then I've actually got a revenge from CaptainBrie. Look at this. Look at those wings. There's even the constellation. I seriously love this. The concept just fits Zoragon perfectly. Thank you so much. Next, I've got yet another revenge, this time from Porcupine, who actually nailed this top view of Zoragon. I respect anyone that even just dares to draw this kind of perspective. This is so good. Thank you so much. And last but not least, I have received this adorable revenge from Missingami. This is a more modern approach to my character Zoragon, and I love it. I'm here for it. I seriously would want this as a sticker for my sketchbook. I just love this style so much. Thank you, Missingami. And that's it for today. Make sure to support the artists I've mentioned, and yeah. Thanks for watching and listening to my yapping session. Peace!